Welcome back to Artimore. This is episode 5. I am here with two of the most loveliest people I've met in the last 2 years, and there's not even no gassing anyone up in the room. Because people swear I'm always overtly gassing people up in the room, and I'm not. 90% of people in Artimore are friends of mine directly. I'm talking about I can call them on the phone and cry. So I'm not gassing nobody up. They're really good people. So we're here today with Keita, but do you wanna say Lady Lay today?
No, we're Lady
Okay,
Lay,
so we Lady Lay because we're talking about her book today, and we're here with Cream the comedian. These two are lovebirds and they are betrothed. Yes, betrothed. Using old words and shit out here. What I love about you guys as a couple is that you guys definitely are integrating yourselves, even though y'all are midway towards where you're originally from. Y'all integrating yourselves into Baltimore's creative scene because y'all see that it's one here. A lot of times what tends to happen, especially because you're from DC and you're from New York, a lot of people know that we got a creative scene, but they don't attempt to tap into it. A lot of people attempt to tap into our drug dealing scene, and that shit blows me. No, I'm dead serious. They attempt to tap into our drug dealing scene and what we do bad as Baltimore, and not what we're doing good as Baltimore. So, as a couple, we're gonna get back to your origin stories. But as a couple, how does that make you? How does that make you proud to know that you're tapping into that?
So I'm from DC, Southeast DC.
So
my
she from Southeast.
So we used to come up here in Baltimore to like hang out.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like I remember like being like 15, 16. My friends got calls. We came up here to eat crabs. Not gonna lie, if y'all had the food scene, and then like my brother went to Morgan State for a year. He went for engineering, so we knew that they had the creatives out here too. And like he made music and beats and stuff like that, so he would work with artists from Baltimore. Like there's a lot of good artists. So I always knew that y'all had an art scene. It was muted because it's a lot of other things in the media making both of our cities look crazy.
That's offending. We're the only real city. We're the only two real cities in Maryland, but we're gonna mind our business.
No,
about
for
that.
real. And like I don't know, there's a weird situation that DC don't like Baltimore, but to be honest, we go to Baltimore, y'all come to DC, and
That's
it's
the
all
thing.
love.
It's never really a DC thing. It's always them other parts of Maryland that we try to make it a thing because they can't make it a thing. And it'd be so crazy because people that's truly from DC, and I'll say this, I count in Kentland and Siouxland too because they close enough to the city even though they're still in the county. They're close enough to the city where they could get on the train and be there in 5 minutes. They don't hate. A lot of people tend to try to pit Baltimore against DC, and that's not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
It's not one of my favorite human beings ever, and shout out to Nene. But one of my favorite human beings is from DC.
Nobody goes and visits the Bronx. That's not like
I was that person.
An attraction.
No, look, I was that person. I wanted to be in a lot of boroughs. I'd never been to Brooklyn.
But as far as
crazy,
referring back to your question, when I first came out here, it wasn't like 5 years ago. I've been back and forth here since I was a kid.
Okay.
So like when the Twin Towers fell, I was under a desk at a school in Temple Hills.
Right.
I went to Hillcrest Heights Elementary School.
Okay, so then, so you were more of a Pentagon kid.
Nah.
I'm saying it happened here too. So they
Pentagon
was
instead.
here
I wasn't here for the Twin
right.
Towers, but I was in New York for the blackout.
Right.
So it's like different shit. I was, my father wanted us to move out here because for the same, the shit that you was talking about, the bad shit.
Right.
His only profession was drug dealing.
Right.
And then when he got caught up is when we moved back. But when I first moved out here, I was doing music. I was rapping. And so I was in the scene doing that shit, doing regular rap. I did a grunge metal album with some white kids.
Oh, that's lit, though. Now, I need to hear that. I knew about you rapping, but doing... Okay.
Yeah, but I was rapping. Yeah, it was crazy.
You was doing a guerrilla type album.
Yeah, that shit was fire. Nah, it was a little darker than that.
Okay, My Chemical Romance dark? Like whatever? Right, so
it was grunge. But yeah, so yeah, I feel like I've always had like an understanding of like what was happening in the Baltimore scene, because like I was out here. I was out here when I was rapping a little younger too, and so those areas like where the manor is, where what's the other shit that Ivan hosts?
I'm talking about Motor House.
Motor House, where Motor House is at. I used to perform around the corner from Motor House, all over the city. So I've always enjoyed the fact that, you know, Baltimore had its own, you know, scene, and that the scene was inviting as long as, you know, you were contributing from it to it, and you wasn't on some vulture shit. Like, I just rap, I'm an MC, so I love, you know, I congregated with other people who enjoyed the same shit. And then when I got into comedy, you know, it was the same thing. It's like, you know, you mixing with like-minded people who are in the same, you know, kind of transitional period as you. You're a new comic, you kind of get in with, you know, niggas who, you might have one veteran in the crew, but everybody else is in certain periods of being.
I was telling somebody that it's a lot of us that's B-list, and niggas was like, what? We're funny, and we're known, but we're known amongst our circle. And then we have the A-listers that know us, that, hey, come on to this show today, type shit. So, and we're all really good. Like, our OGs really respect us when it comes to comedy, and I love that for us. And I'm talking about our real OGs, like Ivan, like Alejandro, like Mark. They definitely, and Larry and Ray, they're definitely, they pay attention. It's so crazy how much as much as they got here, and they get paid for almost every show they did. We see them at an open mic because they chose to go there, but when we see them and posting stuff, they getting paid to be where they at, even if it's something small like $200-$300. They're physically getting paid to be there every time they do a show. And to be where as though we had those people on speed dial, we could call those people. I love the fact that they are down to earth when it comes to that, because a lot of times people get Hollywood and really get Hollywood and like, don't answer, don't call, don't text, don't respond back. But when they see, hey, Laura, you ain't answering me like last week, but then you in public, so you don't want to cuss nobody out. We don't have those issues here, and I do respect that that we don't have those issues here. I think that also because
you mean here like Baltimore?
Yeah, Baltimore. Like, we don't have those. No, we don't have those issues here. I'm talking about with the. I'm not worried about us being Hollywood. I'm talking about the people that actually can be Hollywood. That don't count. What we can talk about, that don't count. I'm talking about our OGs not being Hollywood. Us on the B through D list. Some people on the D list and think they're on the B list and don't even be on the bench. But that's neither here nor there. Our OGs are not Hollywood, is what I was getting at. Whereas though they respectful, they remember us.
Like Tony Woods.
Yeah, that's definitely. Mike Smith, a couple old heads. Then I'm saying old heads, but OGs where they really did it and put their foot in the door and they remember who's who. So we definitely did y'all origin story. Let's get to y'all personal origin story, because we are here today for Hinge, Harmony, and Community. Yes, these are two of my favorite couples. So how did you guys meet? I already gave a hint, but how did you guys first date really go? Because that's just a thing. When I heard how their first date went, I was crying and shit. Don't get me in here crying again, because I was crying.
You want to tell me?
You want to start? Okay, I can start. So we met on Hinge, right? And we matched on Hinge, and we kind of exchanged messages, but I wasn't really looking to be on Hinge because it's weird there. I ain't gonna lie, it's messy. And
look, not just Hinge, but all app and internet dating is weird to me. It's been weird to me since I was a kid watching Charmed, and they have a whole episode about it when Phoebe didn't like. I need to be physically in the room with you to know if I match with you. I don't even care about, like, yeah, you can match with somebody. The AI cannot tell you if you like somebody. You have to physically be in the room. But
yeah, you definitely have to physically meet them. So like, basically, I put my social media handle on there, and I was like, if he's going to find me, he's going to find me. Right. Like, I don't need to be on Hinge. So we talked on social media for a little bit, and I invited him to a community cleanup I was doing on Anacostia Park. So this was during COVID, and it was a lot going on. So I was like, just come clean the park with me. But like, when he came, I didn't put two and two together that it was him from Hinge. Not that he didn't look like his picture. I was just organizing. So busy, right? I was organizing, so I wasn't like in the space. So I put him in a different group. And then we was cleaning up, We was cleaning.
But I like that for you that she was in a different group. Because that mean that he really was about his business if he was in a different group. Because you could have ended up in her group and then that would have been different. I would have been up her ass.
I mean, I definitely ain't come for the community. I'm not gonna say that's a lie.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, but even then, you stayed. That's what I'm saying. You stayed when you got there. You could have definitely left, or when you got there, you could have made yourself completely known. You didn't. You was watching her.
I endured.
Yeah, look, not just that, but you watched her from afar, and you liked that she was. You watched her be in her space because she definitely.
Yeah,
Cancer. I knew she was Cancer from a distance when I first met y'all.
Yeah, but now she was doing her thing, and I do. As a principal, I do believe in taking care of your community. Yeah. So I had no problem doing it. Yeah. If it was something that I wasn't interested in, I probably would have missed out. Yeah. Like went home or some shit like that. But we cleaned it up. All right, cool. So I was with people. I ain't really engaged with too many people, but I did get a chance to like engage with the community. Like the people in the cleanup, I ain't really talked to. Right. But as we was walking, like I was talking to the fiends, the homeless people type shit, and we was having conversations about what was occurring and some of the shit that they was doing and why they was doing it. And because I stopped and had a conversation with them when it came time to, would y'all mind, they started helping us cleaning up the shit. Whatever mess they made, they started cleaning that shit up, and they moved out the way.
And that's a real community. Yeah. When you can bring the community to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you're in their spaces technically. So,
and he's not even from DC. Yeah. But the fact that he came and did that meant a lot to me because we was doing the same thing in our group. We just was in two different groups doing it. So like after he came up to me and we talked for a little bit, and then we set up a date. And we went to Bonefish
Grill in Arlington.
Oh, okay.
At happy hour though.
It was happy hour. I was late though.
Yeah, he was late.
I was late because I didn't know what the fuck to wear. I was nervous, so I ended up showing up with low top sneakers with bootcut jeans on. I was like, I was discombobulated. That shit.
I mean, but that's a
traffic too.
That's a good thing. No, like that's a thing. That's a good thing. If she still made your butterflies nervous, that's a good thing. Yeah. Don't give nobody mothballs.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
And I didn't care because I can't sit at the table. I'm here to eat, and drink, and talk.
That's and when you actually like somebody's company, what they got on, don't.
We shed our traumas over Bang Bang Shrimp.
The first day we just put everything on the table. Like there was no lies. It was like, this is what I've been through. This is what I'm carrying.
Oh my gosh, just like y'all said, it was beautiful. My write up.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. So
I see people because I'm inside.
Put everything on the table. It's like, all right, I got sexual addiction. I smoke a lot. I do this, I do that. Like, just lay everything out on the table. This is who I am.
Because then that person can make a choice whether they want to stay or not.
This is my baggage, and this is what I'm good at, and this is where you decide if you want to continue.
Okay,
you've just been together ever since.
So that is a good segue. I'm glad that you guys kind of segued into that next question. How do you guys put your trauma into your creativity? Because both of you are writers, so that's always was the thing. I love about you two. You guys are very honest. You guys do not hold back. Because crazy enough, what you don't know is when I first met y'all, I talked to Keita the whole time that we was doing stuff. And she definitely like, he right there, girl. I was like, he right there, girl. Damn, y'all was just kissing each other. What happened? But that's how it be. Y'all, I think that she actually just reading the room. Y'all was probably fussing before you had your show, and she still came to support. That's how cancers are.
Yeah,
that's how cancers are. I'ma still come because I don't want nobody to think nothing wrong with us. It might be.
It's not even just that. It's just like on the bad days, I'm still there.
Yeah, and that's the point. Can I deal with you on your bad days?
Because a lot of times it be that the trauma that's going into his work and stuff like that, but he's going to write jokes that bring that trauma out, but then he's also going to prepare for that, which is probably like the worst time for me to have a conversation with him or ask him to do something, or so like sometimes I don't read the room because like we're getting ready or whatever, but when it comes to putting the art in the trauma, like he's really good at doing that with the jokes. So I love being there, like, and watching him do jokes and watching all the group that y'all have. Like I've seen all of y'all multiple times at this point, and I think all of y'all kind of do that. You talk about what's going on.
Yeah, because I can't stand my parents. Love y'all.
And you make them a butt of a joke, but in a good way. Like, and I like storytelling, and he does that in his jokes. and they're real stories because I know his family. And I know his where he belongs.
And his music, I did it in the music too. I always use my art as a platform and as a means to transmute the shit that I was dealing with mentally, the shit that I was trying to escape from my past that happened physically, and I just put it into words. And instead of like, you know, it's different vibrations. I use the vibration of music to translate my shit. Now I use the vibration of laughter. Right. So it's I feel like it's all one and the same. It's a rhythm. It's a pace.
And also how you respond to everything, because you can still have the same.
Like,
so it's so crazy. It's so crazy. So I'm just going to say, because it's bringing my little business up. Personally, one day I was arguing with another comedian. Love you, Xavier. Anyway, Cream was like telling me to calm down, and my mother, because I accidentally butt down my mom while we were fussing. My mom sent the police to our place of residence because my kids had my location. And I was still so angry. I'm like, who the fuck called the police on me? Who the fuck called the police on me? My mother called the police on me.
I'm sorry.
Like, I was like, he was like, you brand, he was like, you brand this? Like, no, she brand this. Wow, what's up? What you need with her though? Tell her to, never mind. Hey, Brandis, can you call your mom and tell your mom that you're okay? Because it doesn't look like nothing's going on here. So my grandmother's sickly, and when we butt dialed, me and Xavier were like mid roasting each other, and I'm loud. So my mother was like, what's going on? And I'm like, nothing is going on. Leave me alone while I'm outside. But I didn't realize how frantic my mother was. She really called 911 and looked at my location and sent them to my location. And it was just so embarrassing because I was so angry that I couldn't be angry no more because my mother called the police on everybody.
And it was like crazy because it looked like the United Nations. It was a white cop, an Asian cop.
Right, it really was. And they all was in the neighborhood like, what the fuck is going on though? Because they really like moved around the tables and was looking like it was, I'm like, we're here telling you.
As soon as they walked in, the vibe was
like,
everybody started walking out.
Look, not just that, and we all started looking because everybody went into defense mode. Like, even though we was
like, look, this bitch ass nigga.
I definitely did. I definitely did say, who the fuck called? He said he didn't. So I said, who the fuck called the police on me if they were looking for me? Like, that could have been the bartender, could have been the owner, because they was definitely saying my name. It's like, nah, your mom kind of called. Can you call your mom and let her know you good? Like, she was like, oh no, because then everybody joked. It's like, honestly, if she ain't here, because then everybody that knew me like, you know, my grandmother was home.
Brandis was acting like Lady of Rage. That's why she.
I definitely was rough and stuff with my Afro puff.
Yeah.
My jokes were funny, but I definitely was I dropped the mic. They was like, don't drop the mic. The mic ain't that damn much money. Fuck is you doing? Like, why would you drop the brand new mic like that? I really did drop the mic. I was like,
she was tight. That's why.
I definitely was. But Xavier
it all started from height. She's like, nigga, you was not 5'9".
He not though. Look, he not though. Keita, is Xavier 5'9"? No, thank you. Look like he not 5'9". He's not 5'9" though. He's really not 5'9" though. And then he said something, and I was like, so then I joked myself, which was the most hilarious thing. He said, well, my license say that. I said, nigga, my license say 200 pounds. I'm not 200 fucking pounds. Niggas was like, oh, is she cracking on herself? But I really he went and sat in the corner. He really sat in the corner. Look, I haven't been 200 pounds in a couple of years. Stop lying.
Yo.
Stop lying. It's okay. You can lie and say whatever. But sports people, Allen Iverson lies and say he's 6 foot. He's not 6 foot. He's 5'9" and some change his damn self.
No, you're not.
Allen Iverson is not 6 foot. He's shorter than you. Allen Iverson is shorter, and Bubba Chuck was my baby. We're not doing that. If him and the Brat was dating, listen to me. Him and the Brat was dating. The Brat is not 6 foot, and she was always next to him, and she never wore heels. The Brat never wore heels. That's all I'm saying.
So you gonna tell me the Loch Ness Monster not 40 feet long?
The Loch Ness Monster don't even exist, but that's not neither here nor there. What I'm saying is when niggas say they taller, you gotta put them next to somebody that's shorter.
Bigfoot not 9 feet?
Yeah, look. So I'm about to tell you about Bigfoot being 9 feet. Look, Bigfoot is probably 9 feet. But Allen Iverson is definitely not 6 foot. Standing next to the Brat. Kurt is 6 something. Because the Brat was like, you know what I'm saying, a big ass gap from him. Allen Iverson is not 6 foot. And I love him to death. He's not 6 foot. That's why he was always mad shorter than everybody.
He was 5'9". That's funny.
Look, we're going to throw 5'9" in there because that's everybody's magic number and shit. So where do you guys see your legacy going in the next couple years, from being married, creativity, new books, because we definitely got into trauma. I didn't want to break down your book completely. Y'all need to go get it, lesson from the stressors. But we actually was talking about trauma already, so we didn't have to break your book down because it ended up in the questions. But where do you guys see your writing? Do you guys see writing together? Because sometimes, you know,
we do.
Okay,
we write together. Yeah. We write jokes together. I was a little slow to foot, but I was supposed to help her edit with her book. You know, I started to make little edits, but
he asked questions about it. And that helped.
Yeah, no. So the thing is, Virgo, you wasn't selfish. It's okay. Sometimes y'all feel like that, but you wasn't being selfish. Because you really, your whole face changed. No matter what she complained about, I promise you, she was appreciative. If you breathed any word that she said without her having to reiterate that, I'm telling you, from cancer to cancer, she appreciated it. So when you said I was slow to foot, you really looked down and stuff. No, she was appreciative of it. And then sometimes we also know the men that we love, weaknesses and strengths. And that doesn't mean that you are, a lot of times men are tunnel vision. And that's a lot of men. Good men, bad men, y'all just tunnel vision. So if it's not the prize at hand, y'all mentally wake up on Sunday or Monday, whatever day you celebrate, the first day of the week, you wake up Sunday, Monday, and you plan your week out mentally, and we know that y'all do that. Like, when we care about you, we know that's what y'all doing. It's when we don't care about you is when it's a problem. But that's neither here nor there. Keith is agreeing with me on that. Let's see, because that's what I'm saying. But
So
I really so legacy, because I cut him off because I didn't want him to feel no type of way about that.
No, I don't. I made, I guess, semi-peace with it, but I just wanted to be honest, transparent about, you know, my contribution to that in particular. But yeah, we write jokes together. I'll go over my new jokes with her, and she'll have me add or remove shit. She's contributed to some of people's favorite jokes that I do. So, you know, we are consistently helping each other when it comes to, you know, support, whether it be like being there or helping in the behind the scenes, doing the background shit. You know,
he helped me with my first book signing. So I asked him, because he's a great MC. Like, in my personal business, you know, I ordain weddings, and I've had a wedding where they said, hey, do you know somebody who can MC? I was like, absolutely. So I put him on payroll.
Yeah, make sure couple that get paid together.
No, because he was working. He was calling the table numbers and doing the MC thing, and then like during my book signing, he did the questions and like set it up kind of how you did the interview. He was doing the interview for that.
Yep, I was in the crowd. I was answering the people. Somebody had an iPad that was live streaming it. I was asking questions off the live stream, and then I was going to people and letting them ask their own questions. And it was cool. So, it was like a little not a little sitcom. What's it called? Like a little morning show.
Like a summit. You talking about summit? That was the S word.
No, like a talk show.
No, I said summit. Oh, you talking about talk show?
Yeah.
He said an S word.
I didn't say S word. I said sitcom, and you said S word in your head.
Okay, could have been that shit. Whatever. I could have been that.
But yeah, I think that's legacy too.
Look, I don't care. I'm hooked on phonics.
I'm hooked on phonics. But yeah, that's our legacy too. Though we always talked about, like, you know, as he continued to go in spaces and do comedy, like, you know, I do event planning on the side, so like I don't mind, like, you know, scheduling and helping y'all run events if y'all want to get into your own events and stuff like that. And he's been there for me in my events and helped me when I was like doing vendor sessions and selling books. Definitely want to get another book. He definitely want to get a special. Like, definitely want to start moving into like acting and stuff.
I'm really pissed that we didn't take.
I've done voice acting.
I'm pissed we didn't take your birthday show because that definitely was all the way lit.
Everybody kept saying it. Everybody was so pissed about that.
Yo, my mother was like, that was the first show that my mother ever saw me do comedy in. And I've been doing comedy. It's my 4-year anniversary just passed. So with that being the first time she's ever seen it, and she was like, yo, you really funny. They've been telling me you're funny.
Like that, Black mothers, this is a thing. Black mothers always ruin whatever you got creative going on. You get paid from that? Like, not yet. Mind your business. Just come see. How about you like promote me, push me then, and then be like, oh, you is funny, like what?
But I think she know I'm the type of person to take my trauma and be transparent with people.
Yeah. Okay.
So she know that I was probably gonna say something about my father.
Yeah.
And with my father passing, they was together for as long as I've been living.
Right.
They were married. So
it's touchy for every time.
Yeah. To lose your life partner, it's been 4 years now, and it still don't feel like it.
Right.
You know, it feel like yesterday, probably for her.
It really feel like every second. Understood.
Type shit.
With somebody.
Yeah. So, you know, to go from spending your life with somebody and planning the rest of your life with somebody to like, what now?
Right.
You know, I completely understand her not wanting to go and, you know, feel trauma from those kind of things. But I also appreciate her stepping out and coming like, you know what? I think I'm ready. And so, you know, comedy can also be healing.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think that you ain't do too hard of your jokes either, to just, you know, be respectful that day. But we still brought our A game on talking about where nobody messed their jokes up. We all did good crowd work. I kept my 5 minutes.
It was only one person that I feel like that really shouldn't have been on the show, but we ain't gonna do names.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, actually 2, but outside of that.
Yeah, understood. But we definitely still, I mean, overall, I still think that even when we don't gel, we still are very respectful of who we don't gel with.
Definitely.
And I'm talking about on both ends. I'm not just saying that, on both ends. I think even when the other person is not gelling that night, it still be chills after the fact. I can say that. I'll be mad because it really is like an episode of like Equalizer I told you about where they was trying to kill a comedian. What the fuck you killing a comedian for? But shit like that, like, is we rapping, nigga? Like, what the fuck? East Coast, West Coast, nigga, what's going on? Fuck out of here. But
comedy beef is crazy.
Yeah, like so like we supposed to be laughing at shit. Like, what the fuck? I definitely thought that was mad crazy, but we definitely got through that. It's been a couple months now. We got through that. Definitely here for everybody. Where can we find you guys at on social media? We definitely want to make sure we keep abreast. I definitely am doing another interview with you guys separately as well. But I want to do a recap again as a couple to see where y'all are after the wedding and stuff like that. So yeah, but where can we find you guys at on social media?
I'm at Lady Lays Unk. That's Lady Lays ANKH on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok.
And you can find me on IG at Cream the Comedian, CREAM the Comedian. Yeah, that's all I care to share for y'all to follow me.
Alrighty. And I'm B. Renee. You can find me at Artimore with Brand. Brandis, for most people that still know that I'm B. Renee, they just love my whole name for some strangely odd reason. But this is Artimore. This is Cream. This is Lady Lay, aka Miss Keita, and we are out. Thank you guys.